Now, in Iran, rights groups say the father of Ms Amini has been detained, warned and released 1 year after his daughter died in the custody of police. Massa's death sparked months of protests and violence, and security forces are deploying across the country this weekend, anticipating a flare-up. Well, our correspondent Sahar Zand joins me now. And Sahar, to what extent do you think the authorities are nervous about this weekend, which marks this key anniversary, which sparked so many protests?
The answer to that question lays in the way they've been reacting and preparing for what's to come. I mean, Saqqez, the city where Ms Amini is buried, is completely militarized. Outside of her house where she used to live, her family house is completely surrounded by security forces. And they've recently arrested and then detained her father. They've arrested her lawyer. They've arrested her uncle. All in the past few days, they've arrested for the 4th time the young journalist who broke the news of her killing and interviewed her father. And this is not unique at all, because this is a part of a months-long campaign by the regime to harass, intimidate, arrest anyone who could be a threat. For example, we know that they've been particularly bad towards human rights activists. And they are clearly sending a message, which is we're not going to tolerate the slightest flicker of dissent.
And give us a sense, as we look back at this year, what impact these protests have had, and to what extent is there still defiance of the authorities in protest of what happened to Ms Amini?
I mean, the protests last year had a huge... The crackdown was so bad, 500 people died, 70 of them children, thousands were arrested, and, 7 people were executed. This did, after months, the protest did dwindle out on the street, but it hasn't ended. The movement continues out on the streets. Women are still walking around without their headscarves. There are still graffitis all around the city. People are continuing to show their discontent however they can, and the government has been as aggressive as them in responding to the disobediences.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how it pans out. But Sahar Zand, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.